Ano ba itong FOMO or fear of missing out? We will do a deep dive on this topic, so you better listen to this episode. Welcome to Pretty Petty the Podcast. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat, my dear pretty people. I wish that all of you are having a great day today. No, medyo maulan lately. No, I mean it's nice to have that break kasi ilang buwan din tayo nagtiis ng sobrang init. So at least ngayon medyo umuulan-ulan na. Medyo may mga bagyo na rin dumarating sa Pilipinas. So it's nice to have that change in weather, no. Hindi ko lang sure no kung ilang bagyo yung parating or kung may darating bang bagyo kasi medyo sunod-sunod yung araw ng pag-ulan eh. Sabi nga dun sa isang post na nakita ko ano yun? The weather change from pantropiko to raining in Manila real quick. Totoo naman, ang init-init tapos biglang uulan. So medyo nakakalito ang weather natin recently, no. So welcome to climate change. Anyway, pagpasensya nyo na yung pa-headband natin today, no, kasi magulo yung buhok ko, haba na, hindi pa ako nakapagpagupit. Tsaka gusto ko lang i-flex yung Survivor ano ko. Yan. I'm a Survivor fan kasi nung bata pa ako, Survivor fan ako. So this is one of my prized possessions. Charat. Pero bago ang lahat, ako nga pala si Tito Alvin, your millennial tito, na magbibigay sa inyo ng mga opinyon na hindi nyo naman hinihingi. Mga opinyon tungkol sa iba't ibang social dilemmas at trending issues. And in this podcast, we will find out if these behaviors are pretty or petty. If it is your first time dito sa podcast, please consider following us in Spotify, in YouTube, subscribe kayo dyan, or wherever you get your podcast. Consider giving us a like or a 5-star rating, depende kung saan kayo nakikinig. You can also turn on your notifications too para hindi kayo mahuli sa mga bago nating upload na episodes. This week, pag-uusapan natin ang isang social phenomenon na tinatawag nilang fear of missing out or FOMO. Okay, nabanggit nyo na yan. Ako, FOMO ka lang. Ganyan. Kaya wag na natin patagalin pa and let's move on to our next segment that we call Story Time. Na-experience nyo na ba yung feeling na nag-worry ka na hindi kayo quote-unquote in sa mga bagong trends? Or hindi kayo makahindi sa mga invitations ng mga friends mo na gumimik or lumabas kasi you are scared to miss out on the fun or yung kwentuhan? Or naranasan nyo na bang mainggit sa accomplishments and achievements ng ibang tao na nakikita mo sa internet at nasabing, sana all? Kung yes ang sagot mo sa mga tanong na yan, then my friend, you might be experiencing the fear of missing out or FOMO. Nung bata pa ako, which was many years ago, yung parents ko medyo overprotective sa aming magkakapatid. So, when I was in high school, I joined the Boy Scouts of the Philippines or BSP. And isa sa mga key activities ng Boy Scouts noon ay camping or jamboree. Ayan. Most of the time, out of town ginagawa itong mga camping na to or mga activities na to. Kasama ng iba pang mga Boy Scouts ng ibang locations or ibang region. So, every time magpapaalam ako sa parents ko to join, madalas, humihindi sila. Hindi ako pinapasama. Natatakot kasi sila na baka may mangyari sa akin or maaksidente ako, especially na hindi sila kasama sa event. So, wala akong nasamahang camping nung Boy Scout pa ako. Except dun sa isang event na ginawa sa school grounds. Actually, pahirapan pa nga kahit school grounds na ginawa yon, pahirapan pa yung paalaman nun. Anyway, so, pagbalik nung classmates ko galing dun sa event, the following day or following school day, kami nag-uusap sila. They usually talk about yung mga experiences nila, how they had fun, kung gaano sila nag-enjoy, kung paano nila ginawa to, paano nila ginawa yan, uy, nung time nating na to, ganyan. So, marami silang pinag-usapan about that event. And hindi ako makarelate. Wala akong makontribute sa usapan nila. I mean, nakikinig lang ako sa mga stories and tawanan nila. Hindi ko na rin maalala pero most likely one of them said na sayang, sana nakapunta ka. At that moment, I felt bad kasi medyo OP or out of place ako during that moment. I felt that I missed a lot of things. Naramdaman ko yung FOMO. Though during that time, hindi pa naman ako familiar sa term na FOMO, no? Tsaka sa phenomena na yan, no? I'm not even sure if that term exists back then. But nonetheless, I felt that feeling that I'm missing out. Pero don't get me wrong baka inisip nyo, sinisisi ko yung magulang ko for what I felt back then. I'm sure that they have their reasons why they did not let me join those kind of events, mainly for my own safety na din and security reasons. Pero, tumatak sa akin yung feeling na yon as I grew up. Especially nung nag-work na ako. Kapag may opportunity na sumama or kapag may nag-invite sa akin na maglakwatsa somewhere, sasama ako talaga. Kasi parang deep inside, ayaw kong maranasan ulit yung feeling na nag-uusap-usap yung mga friends ko tapos wala akong maiambag sa kwentuhan. Andun yung fear and worry na madami akong mamimiss na ganap kapag hindi ako sumama. End of story. Okay, medyo personal ang atake. Okay? Personal experience ang atake ng ating story of the week. But I'm sure that a lot of you listeners have experienced the same thing. Okay? Pero ano ba ang origin ng FOMO na yan or fear of missing out? Saan ba nanggaling yan? Okay? Feeling ko, yung FOMO o yung feeling ng FOMO, nagsimula pa yan hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Wala pa silang term to coin back then. Pero I'm sure that feeling already existed. If you are familiar with the show na Bridgerton sa Netflix, familiar kayo dyan, season 3 na ngayon. Panoorin nyo, maganda. Ang setting ng show, para doon sa mga hindi nakakalam, ang setting ng show Victorian era. Yung era where the ladies wear ball gowns, kahit tirik-tirik yung araw. So, imagine mo na lang kung gaano sila kabaho. Just kidding. Pero ano yan, yung mga ball gown era, Victorian era, Elizabethan era, yan. Doon sa show na yon, evident yung pagkakaroon ng FOMO ng mga characters. I know na fictional lang yung show, no? Pero a lot of the ideas that was used in that show were from real-life scenarios and events. Doon kasi sa show na Bridgerton, yung mga tao, adik na adik umattend ng mga parties and balls. Parang every episode na lang ata nitong latest season nasa party silang lahat. Pero basically, the characters on the show have this fear na ma-miss nila yung mga nangyayari sa paligid nila kapag hindi sila naka-attend ng mga party na to o ng mga ball na to. Okay, kapag na-miss nila yung isang event, parang malaking chunk ng buhay nila ang nawala kasi wala sila sa circle ng chismis. Ganon. Minsan, yan din yung avenue para makahanap ka ng asawa. Diyan nila binubugaw yung mga anak nila. Subtle bugaw ang dating. Mukhang social kasi it's a ball. Pero technically, binubugaw nila yung mga anak nila. Basta ganon. These parties are the life of the people back then. Anyway, marami na ding mga modern studies about FOMO phenomenon. These studies started around the late 90s from a research paper conducted by Dr. Dan Herman. And with the introduction of social media, more studies were conducted about this phenomenon and how it affects our health and well-being. Nowadays, itong concept ng FOMO ay madalas nang ginagamit ng mga companies and brands to increase sales. Siyempre, kung may product ka na gusto mong mabenta, ika-capitalize mo yung idea na kung wala ka ng bagay na to, kung wala ka ng item na to, may kulang sa life mo. Or hindi magiging comfortable yung buhay mo. And since madaming tao ang meron ngang fear to miss out on this trend or item, bibili nila kahit hindi naman nila talaga kailangan. For example, sige, mag-cite tayo ng example. Nauuso na naman ulit ngayon yung running. Takbo, dati ang term dyan, jogging lang. Ngayon, running ang term. Nauso na yan noon, pero biglang nawala for some reason Pero nagka-comeback ulit siya ngayon 2024. Sabi nga nila Strava is the new Tinder. Ganyan. Strava, yun yung running app. mapapansin mo na ang daming mga bagong brands ng sapatos ngayon na mayroon ng mga iba't ibang features na hindi naman existent sa mga sapatos noon. I mean, yung mga sapatos ngayon meron ng mga features such as features for maximum comfort, ganyan, stability, mga lightweight designs, ganyan. So kung bagong runner ka, kaka-introduce lang sa'yo ng running, tapos makikita mo yung mga ibang runners na ganitong klaseng shoes yung ginagamit nila, you can't help but feel na dapat bilhin ko din yun. Dapat ganun din yung gamit ko. Kasi nafo-FOMO ka na yung ibang runners, ganung shoes ang gamit nila, tapos ikaw, hindi. Ngayon, based sa mga recent studies, ang mga adolescents and the younger generation ang pinaka-susceptible sa ganitong feeling. Mainly because sila yung generation na madalas na nasa social media at internet. So, when they see their friends post things and experiences on social media, they have the tendency to compare themselves with other people and may feel the fear of missing out on things na na-experience ng mga friends nila. Ito, kwento ko na lang din. Did you know na kahit yung mga sobrang bata pa, yung mga nasa age range siguro ng mga 3 or 10 years old, nafe-feel na nila yung FOMO. They may not know it's FOMO already, pero na-experience na nila yung ganitong feeling. Ito, I heard this story from a friend of mine nung nag-work pa ako. Itong friend ko na to, meron siyang Junakis, may anak na nag-aaral sa isang private school. Yung medyo mamahaling private school, if I may say. So yung mga classmates ni Bagets, nasa alta or social levels. Minsan daw, itong si Bagets, nag-request na dalhin naman daw siya sa Kidzuna. Alam niyo yung Kidzuna? Yung parang place sa mall na maraming mga anik-anik para sa mga bata. Yun. So, nag-request itong si Bagets na dalhin naman daw siya sa Kidzuna. So, itong si friend ko, shocked. Shocked talaga ang face. Paano nagkaroon ng idea itong si Bagets about sa Kidzuna? Hindi naman sila madalas mag-mall. And kung magpunta man sila ng mall, hindi naman sila dumadaan ng pay places like that. So, investigate naman siya. Nagtanong siya. Paano mo nalaman yung Kidzuna? Ang sabi ni Bagets, yung iba daw niyang mga classmates nagpunta na ng Kidzuna. And one time daw, yun daw yung pinag-uusapan nila. So wala daw siyang maikwento sa mga friends niya kasi never pa niyang na-try or never pa niyang na-experience pumasok sa Kidzuna. So low-key, naiinggit itong si Bagets. Ditong friend ko, awang-awa naman. Ayun, nilipat niya ng school yung anak niya. Hindi, joke lang. Hindi yung nilipat ng school. The following weekend, nagpunta na sila ng Kidzuna para ma-experience na ng Bagets yung Kidzuna. Para hindi naman siya nahuhuli sa mga school happening sa mga classmates niya, no? Pero imagine, bata pa lang, na-experience na niya yung FOMO. Na-experience na niyang ma-FOMO. Diyan mo makikita na walang pinipiling age. Bata ka man or matanda, you will feel the fear one way or another. Hindi ko alam kung mako-consider kong FOMO itong next kong kwento. Mga kwento ni Tito Alvin. Tchanan! Meron akong similar story dyan nung bata pa ako. Okay, hindi naman kami mayaman. So noon, nakikinood lang ako ng TV sa kapitbahay. Bata pa ako nito. Hindi ko alam kung mga 4 or 5 years old ako nito. Hindi ko na maalala yung eksaktong nangyari. Pero ang kwento ng parents ko sa akin, madalas daw akong nakikinood ng TV sa kapitbahay. Tapos one time, umuwi daw ako ng bahay nang umiiyak. So tinanong ako ng parents ko, bakit daw ako umiiyak? Ang sabi ko daw is, nanonood ako ng TV sa kapitbahay, tapos pinagsaran ako ng pinto. Sinara ng pinto, yung kapitbahay, sinara nila yung pinto nila para hindi ako makanood ng TV. So yung mga nakikita nyong ganyang skit sa TV show tsaka sa commercial, totoo yan. Nangyayari sa totoong buhay kasi nangyari sa akin yan nung bata pa ako. So ngayon, dahil sa experience ko na yon, bumili yung nanay at tatay ko ng sarili naming TV. O di ba? I guess pwede mo na din ma-consider na FOMO yon. Hindi nga lang FOMO ang tawag nila doon ngayon eh. Inggit. Inggit ang tawag doon. Anyway, minsan, ito pa yung malala. Kaya minsan, this FOMO feeling will haunt you until your prime age or pagtanda mo. For example, um, hindi ko na-experience ang umattend ng prom. Hindi dahil sa hindi ako pinayagang magpunta. Feeling ko naman papayagan ako ng parents kung umattend ng prom eh. Pero kasi yung school ko nung high school, hindi hindi kami nagpo-prom. Bawal ang prom. Bawal yung ganung klaseng mga social gatherings. So never ko na-experience umattend ng prom. So fast forward to a few years, I was having this casual conversation with some friends from work. Tapos, they start to talk about their high school prom experiences. Hindi ko alam kung paano nangyari, kung paano dumating doon ang usapan. Basta bigla na lang dumating sa prom ang usapan. So, pinag-uusapan nila yung mga dresses nila, yung mga dates nila. Ako, wala akong ma-share. Natural kasi wala naman akong prom. So, hanggang kinig lang ako. Nakikinig lang ako sa mga kwento nila. Pero at the back of my mind, I was telling myself, grabe, dami kong na-miss nung high school. I was thinking na things siguro would have been different if I experienced what they experienced. Tapos siguro na napansin nila na ang tahimik ko lang, wala akong ambag sa discussion. Tinanong nila ako, "Huy, Alvin, mag-share ka naman. Kamusta prom nyo sa school nyo?" So sabi ko, hindi ko na-experience mag-prom eh. What? Hindi ka nakapag-prom? Bakit? Ang OA lang. Sa totoong buhay. Ang OA ng mga reaksyon nila. Pero, pero sabi ko na lang sa kanila kasi nabawal sa school namin yung ganong klaseng event. So, never ko talagang na-experience. Tapos, bumaba na ito isa kong friend. Hanggang ngayon naman friend ko pa rin naman siya. Pero sadyang magaspang lang talaga ang bibig nitong friend kong to. Sabi niya, "Oh, sad naman. Wala kang prom memories." Talaga ba? Rub it in talaga? Wala na nga akong ma-share na kwento. Tapos, sasabihan mo pa ako na sad kasi wala akong pro memories. Pero, anyway, minsan hanggang pagtanda mo talaga, yung mga moments na na-FOMO ka nung bata ka, ibabalik sa'yo ng tadhana at ipapamukha sa'yo na na-FOMO ka noon at mafo-FOMO ka pa din ngayon. Pero if you're going to look at it from a different perspective, hindi naman totally masama ang pagka-FOMO mo sa mga bagay-bagay. With the right amount of FOMO, it will push you to connect with people and motivate you to go outside of your comfort zone. So FOMO is not entirely a bad thing. If you feel that you are missing out on things or fear that you are being left out, you can use that moment to push yourself to strive even further. To make yourself better. Kunyari, nafo-FOMO ka kasi lahat ng batchmates mo sa work na promote na. Tapos ikaw na lang yung hindi. Use that feeling as a step of point or as a catalyst for you to work harder and smarter para ma-promote ka din in the future. And eventually, you will not have that feeling of FOMO anymore. In other words, if FOMO helps you to become a better person, then good. Pero if FOMO gives you anxiety, you become worrisome, you overthink things and become restless, then it is time for you to take a step back and reflect on how to fight that feeling kasi it's going to be bad on your mental health. Pero Tito Alvin, how can I prevent myself from feeling FOMO? Kasi I think it makes me anxious most of the time. Okay. Number 1, if you feel anxious and if you think that it's getting severe, it is best that you talk to a medical professional para they can give you an expert opinion on how you are feeling. Baka naman hindi FOMO ang cause ng anxiety mo at meron ka na palang ibang issues na dapat i-resolve to battle your anxiety. So it is best to consult a professional on mental health para mabigyan ka ng accurate diagnosis and prescription if necessary. Now, another way to fight FOMO is to convert it to JOMO. So kung ang FOMO ay ang fear of missing out, ang JOMO naman ay ang joy of missing out. It means that you are embracing the idea of missing out on things and prioritizing your self-care. For example, your friends invited you to go out on a party or an event, pero deep inside ayaw mong pumunta. Pero feeling mo kailangan mong pumunta kasi baka ma-miss out mo yung fun or ayaw mong ma-OP sa mga friends mo. Yun yung FOMO with an F. JOMO naman is you doing what you really want to do. So kung ayaw mong sumama sa mga friends mo, di wag kang sumama. and just do things that you really want to do, like, I don't know, movie marathon, mag-exercise ka, spend time with your fur babies, or tumuha ka lang sa bahay mo. JOMO allows you to be genuine and to be truthful to yourself on what you really want to do and what you value in life. JOMO lets you to be happy even if you miss out on things because you prioritize yourself now. You prioritize the things that will make you happy. Siguro, one last thing that you can do to fight the feeling of FOMO is to tell yourself that you are content with what you have. I'm not saying na maging stagnant ka for the rest of your life. Sometimes FOMO comes from a place of inggit or envy, no? And hindi naman masama na mainggit ka once in a while as long as you use that feeling of envy as fuel to drive your passion and creativity. The moment na mainggit ka and you start doing things na makakasira sa'yo at sa ibang tao, you will be stuck on that feeling and you will feel bad for the rest of your life. Siguro I can say that mas na-feel ko yung FOMO nung kabataan ko. I don't know. Maybe I was coming from a place of inggit. But when I grew older and wiser, I embraced the IDGAF or I don't give a mentality. As in, kebs lang. Alam mo yun, kebs lang. Hindi naman sa nonchalant lang ako or wala akong pakialam sa mga nangyayari sa paligid ko. Pero as I grew older, I realized that my happiness is not tethered. Tethered? Anyway, I realized that my happiness is not tethered or connected to an event, a thing, or a group of people. I mean, yes, you feel happy from specific things or experiences, or feel happy when people are around you. But that is not what makes my happiness whole and complete. I realized that I can make my own happiness, and I came into terms on the idea na hindi ko iaasa sa ibang tao or sa isang bagay ang happiness ko. If I want to be happy, I will do it myself. And I think that is going to be way more fulfilling if I do it that way. So ngayon, kapag may nagyaya sa akin to go out or travel out of town or may nakita akong latest fashion trend, if that will not make me genuinely happy, I will be glad to decline and say no. And I will still be happy to miss out on those things. You also need to watch out for your mental health. Maybe inisip nyo na wala namang magiging bad effect ang pagiging FOMO ko sa mga bagay-bagay. Well, you might want to think that through. You may not feel it now, or maybe you are in denial that you are feeling it. But too much FOMO can lead to anxiety. And worse, depression. Tandaan natin na lahat ng sobra ay nakakasama. Yung sobrang FOMO may lead to unhealthy levels of inggit, and then you start to question your self-esteem, which pivots to overthinking and self-doubt. And we all know na hindi maganda ang mga bagay na yan, especially on our mental health and well-being. So, what have you learned from this episode? Okay, nalaman natin na never pa akong nakapag-prom. At saraduhan ako ng pintuan nung bata pa ako. Charot. Pero seriously, it is not petty if you feel na you are missing out on things. After all, tao lang naman tayo. We are bound to go through these feelings. Itong feelings ng pagiging FOMO. So kung paminsan-minsan na-FOMO ka, okay lang yan. Pretty pa din yan. Just make sure that hindi excessive yung pagiging FOMO mo. But actually, you can even make it prettier if you learn how to prioritize yourself and your own happiness and contentment. Yan yung keyword doon, contentment. It is better to have that perfect balance of fear of missing out and joy of missing out. Also, constantly remind yourself that everything happens for a reason. There's a reason why you were not invited. There's a reason why you were not included in this group. There is a reason why you did not experience X, Y, and Z. And that's totally fine. It just means that there are more important and greater things waiting for you. Don't be fixated with the idea that you don't belong. Instead, focus your mind and energy on the things that you really want to experience and things that are really valuable to you. And that is the end of my TED Talk for today. TED Talk daw. Okay, tapusin na natin to dito. Sana ay nag-enjoy kayo at may natutunan kayong bago this week. And tulad ng lagi kong sinasabi week after week, possible naman na magkaiba tayo ng pananaw or opinion on this matter, and that is absolutely fine. Kung nagustuhan mo at na-entertain ka ng episode na ito, no, feel free to share it with your friends. Tulad ng ginawa ng isa nating listener and a dear friend of mine, si Max. Hello Max, shout out sa'yo, Maxi Doodle Doo. Okay, search nyo lang ang Pretty Petty the Podcast in Spotify or in YouTube. And wag na din kayong mahiya to follow our Facebook page, Instagram, and TikTok accounts by going to the link you see at the bottom of your screens. Or just go to linktr.ee/prettypettythepodcast. Feel free to share your thoughts about the topic or insights about the podcast. Comment lang kayo sa YouTube or sa mga social media posts natin. Or you can answer the Q&A portion of the podcast in Spotify. Ngayon, para hindi kayo ma-FOMO sa mga episodes natin, follow nyo ako sa Spotify or subscribe kayo sa YouTube channel. Turn on nyo yung notification para ma-update ka kung may bago tayong published episode. If you're a brand looking for partnership and collaboration, please send us an email at prettypettythepodcast@gmail.com. And with that, lagi nating tatandaan to always stay pretty at wag maging petty. Bye-bye! Sana magkaroon ng Survivor dito sa Pilipinas, no? Masundan yung dating season. Pag nagkaroon talaga, sasali talaga ako.